Hi, it's Dr. Nadia. Not sure what happened, technical difficulties, but anyway, and we're back. So, as I was saying, I wanted to pop on today to talk about this question around sleaze and sales. Many women start their businesses because there's a bigger purpose, there's a bigger mission, there's a bigger vision, and there are things that they want to do, people they want to help, but they aren't sure what that really looks like. And so how do we build our businesses without feeling icky, without feeling slimy, without feeling sleazy? So today's training is called No Sleaze Required. That's right, no sleaze required. And no sleaze is required because you don't have to be sleazy in order to build a powerful, profitable, and sustainable business. You just don't have to. Even if you feel like that's what you have to do, find you some snake oil, you don't have to do that. Hey, Dakisha. And so, so just thinking about that, like, what does that really look like? And are those feelings standing in your way for building your business? Are those feelings standing in your way from taking your business to the next level? Because I've had these conversations with newbies as well as experienced business owners that are like, Dr. Nadia, I know I could be making way more than what I'm making right now if I could really just get over and embrace this whole sales thing. So no sleaze is required, and you can build a business and you don't have to turn into the snake oil salesman, all right? So first point that I want to share today is tell your fear to go have several seats. That's right. Number one, tell your fear to go have several seats. One of my fellow masterminders just today sent me a message. She's working on a new project. She's reaching out to people. She's in conversations. She's doing the thing that she needs to do in order to build her business. Part of that requires sales. And in that, she sent me a note. She was like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I just feel sleazy. And I'm like, why do you feel sleazy? You're in conversation. You're in communication with someone who has a problem, and you have the solution. And guess what? They even have the interest. That's why there's this back and forth, because they're interested in resolving this problem. You put the question out there and they answer with the resounding, heck yeah, I need your help. I want your help. Let's talk. Let's do this. And so where is the sleaze coming in? So I told her, I was like, keep doing what you're doing and go tell fear to have several seats. Now, many of us call those little voices in our head many different names, whether it's my husband, Toby, and I, we call them the LBs. You have to send me a private message to find out what that really means. Other people may have more colorful names. Someone call them the voices or that little monster or whatever you may call it. But ultimately, it all boils down to fear. And we all have some thoughts or feelings that may come up for us when it comes to sales. I don't want to be too pushy. I don't want to be too whatever, like all those things that come up. And, truth be told, they come up for me too. So I'm not immune to any of this. And I also know that when you push past those fears, when you really address the underlying issue and resolve that, you move forward, and your clients and your customers thank you, because many people are out there trying to figure some of these things out on their own, and you're sitting in your office or in your house or wherever you're hanging out hiding, and they're looking for you and they need your help. So get out there and get in front of those people who are ready and they want to work with you, but you have to engage them in conversation. Number two that's perfect segue to number two is, remember, you are the answer. You, your product, your service, your program, your book, your retreat, whatever it is that you have to offer, that's the answer, and focus on that. 70% of people make buying decisions based on solving a problem. And trust me, there is no shortage of problems in this world. And so what is that thing? And not necessarily to focus on pain points, but again, focusing on the value that you bring, that return on investment. But remember that you're solving something. Even a retreat, many of the women that attend my retreats, that one of the biggest things, they're like, I just need some time away, and I need somebody to pamper me. see, not only is that a problem, it's also a desire, and it's something that they're ready to take that next step. So don't think that just because you may not have the next 12-step plan to whatever, that what you have to offer isn't valuable and that people won't see and appreciate that value. But many times we lose focus on the answer. We get focused because, again, we get caught up in our emotions, our feelings, our concerns around focusing on sales and having those conversations and asking for people to take that next step and make an investment. And then number 3 is to remember it's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about your bank account. It's not about your revenue goals. It's not about your desires, but to keep the focus on them. How can you meet their needs and address the things that they're focused on? What are their desires? What are their goals? What is their vision? And always put it back on focusing on your prospects, your potential clients, because the minute we make it about us and we start focusing on us, then we're not in service. We're not serving our clients well, or really even demonstrating what it is that we can do for them, because we're so caught up in us and our feelings and how we feel and what we think and what we desire. And you just try it out. When you start to look at your conversations and you start to look at any of the feelings or emotions that come up when you're having sales conversations, I'm telling you, the minute you start to make it about you, that's when things get a little bit crazy. And I want you to also think about, how can you make it fun? Many of us may have left jobs. I know I left a job. Part of the reason why I left a job was because I wanted to do something different. And the other part was I just wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled in that particular role. And so I love to have fun. So how can I make it fun in my business? Not only serving my clients, doing things that are fun, but how can I make sales fun? Many times when we think about sales, it's like, oh my gosh, I have to do sales. Like, it's that one thing, I have to do sales. And how can I automate this? How can I get somebody else to deal with this because I don't want to do it? But how can you make it fun? Because I was there. I went from hating sales. I hated sales conversations. I hated talking to people about what it is that I want to do. I hated extending that invitation to them, to invite them to work with me, even if I knew that I could really help them in whatever area it was in their business. And it wasn't until my bank account got really whack, I'm telling you, my bank account wasn't looking too good, that I had to have that conversation with myself. Okay, Nadia, if you're going to build this business, if you're truly going to be of service, and you're not going to have to throw in a towel and go back and get a job, but there's nothing wrong with getting a job, I just didn't want one, then what are you going to do about this problem? Because no matter how many times I tried to say, well, I'm not a salesperson, or I don't like sales, or whatever the case may be, because I will always focus on, well, I'm a speaker, I'm a trainer, I'm a facilitator, I'm an author, like I'm all these other things, but I'm not a salesperson. If you have a business, yes, you are a salesperson. And part of the reason why I didn't want to be labeled as a salesperson is because I thought that being a salesperson meant I had to be slimy, that I had to be manipulative, that I had to some way become a trickster and trick people into working with me, or be dishonest, or be out of integrity. And that was not what I was trying to do. I was not trying to build that. And that's a big concern that I see a lot of times with the women I work with. It's like, I don't want to do that. And at the same time, I know that in order for me to fulfill my dreams or my desires or any of those goals that I have for not only myself, but also for my business, then I have to master this whole sales and generating revenue. So I'm telling you, you don't have to be sleazy. It doesn't have to be this dreadful, dreadful process. You really can build a business, and believe it or not, you can have fun with sales. So I was that girl. I went from dreading sales to having the sweaty palms and the racing heart to really enjoying sales and having fun. And now I help people build their sales teams. My team does sales for people. Like, I just love it because I know that this is a game changer, and you don't have to struggle in building your business, because sales can not only be fun, it can also, you can learn how to do it and do it in such a way that's authentic to you. So I have a very special invitation. I'm so excited about it. I put together a special webinar where I'm going to take you through all the things that we need to talk about. Okay, maybe not all. We'll start with some baby steps because it's only an hour. But we'll go through the steps necessary, mindset shifts, things to overcome and deal with that fear of rejection and what happens when you do get a no. All of those things that come up for us. And how do we make sales fun and not sleazy? So I have a very special webinar coming up on June 8th. You can get registered at sleazetoease.com. That's sleazetoease.com. It's totally complimentary. All you have to do is just turn on your laptop, pop on, grab your notebook and your pen, and get busy in terms of getting that information, also having that support around, I don't have to be sleazy. You don't have to be sleazy. Sales can be fun. You can build this wildly profitable business and have fun doing it. So I invite you to come on over, join in on the fun, and ditch all that sleazy crap because it's not required. You can do this. So join us, sleazetoease.com, and I look forward to seeing you on June 8th. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.